Welcome ESL to the 1987 series. We are at North Wilkesboro for week 5 as we see last week's winner, Tyler Grimm's, out on the track. He had some success last week in the short track. Can he do the same today? What type of lap time will he lay down? Goes around turn 4. It's going to cross the line for the first time. And it's Dougie Zoom currently on the pole. Will his time hold? And it is Dougie Zoom wins the pole at North Wilkesboro. In second is Braden Goddard. Third, AJ Stryker. Fourth, Morningstar. Fifth, Gunny McGuire. Sixth, Isabella Ramon. Seventh, Devontae Wilkins. Eighth, Tyler Grims. Ninth, CJ Slava. And rounding out your top 10 is the points leader, Trunyan Dunn. It should be a fun one here at North Wilkesboro. I'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the race. And we are back getting ready to get this race going. With Dougie Zoom on the pole in that Twinkies car. He must have had a Twinkie before this race because he is on the pole and ready to go. 150 laps. For fuel, it's going to be a little tricky. We're looking at about 135 on fuel. But can a driver stretch it and not take a stop and just do 150 laps and try to save some fuel? It's going to be interesting what these crew chiefs decide. You know, some of these races come down to fuel strategy. In the front row, though, is Dougie Zoom and Braden Goddard. Second row, AJ Stryker, Morningstar. Third row, Gunny and Isabella Brew Crew teammates. And in the fourth row is Wilkins and Grims. Can Trunnion hold on to his points lead? It's a very slim one, only 2 points. He's tied with Freddie Trammell for the lead in points, actually. And then it's Wilkins down by 2. So the standings are tight. Pace car comes off, and we are underway in week 5. Which lane will be the faster lane? Will it be the outside or the inside? Dougie Zoom holding serve in the inside. They're still side by side going into 3. As you see a few cars get loose there coming out of 4. Braden Goddard still holding on to the outside. Morningstar is there. And it looks like that outside lane is just a tad faster than that inside lane. And I don't know, the 54 needs to get in line here because it looks like he's going to start losing a lot of positions. So that outside is where you want to be here at North Wilkesboro. You don't want to get caught in that inside. Right now is Goddard in the lead. Morningstar close second. Then there's all types of battles going on. There's Tyler Grims. He is currently in 4th. As Dougie Zoom is trying to gain back some of his spots here. Right behind them is the 47 of Trunnion. He's currently in 6th, trying to find a lane he could go to. But right now, Dougie Zoom needs to get it together. He continues to fall. There we see the 18 of Nelly. Behind him is the 1 of Nolan Pierce and the 9 of AJ Stryker. Tyler Rogalowski in the top 10 currently, trying to hold on as Gunny's in the inside. Right behind them is Lizzie McGlover. She is up 6 positions from the start of the race. There's CJ Slava. He's been having a pretty decent season so far. Actually, he's not having a great season, 23rd in points. But he had a good race the last race, so he's trying to get things going. AJ Stryker currently trying to battle for 8th here. There's Randy Pierce currently in 23rd. It's tough sledding towards the back of the field. Very hard back here. Look at how much traffic there is. And this is the traffic that the leaders are going to have to deal with eventually. And Morningstar is all over Goddard right now. Braden Goddard is currently tied for 7 in points. He had his best finish of the season last week at Bristol, finished 3rd. So he definitely has some speed in the short track. Morningstar trying to find an opening here. Can he get by? Morningstar looks to the outside. This is going to be a pass for the lead. As Goddard fights back in the inside, he does not want to give up this lead. But as we've seen early on in this race, that inside is a tough line. So Goddard has to get back in line here. He loses the lead to Morningstar. And now Isabella's right behind Goddard. And there's Tyler Grims. We saw what Tyler Grims did last week at Bristol. Towards the end of the race, he was flying. He has so much speed in the long run. Grims started 5th in that last race and won it. And here he is in a similar position. Can he make something happen? We got a ways to go, but we know what this car can do. There's Nolan Pierce and Lizzie McGlover. This is a battle for, actually, and Tyler. This is a battle for 8th or 9th. And now Isabella Ramon gets by Goddard. Goddard is starting to struggle now. We see Dougie Zoom and Tyler Grims. Tyler Grims trying to take 3rd away from Goddard, and he is going to take 3rd. That 52 is on the move once again. Morningstar, he has created some separation, but now here comes the trouble. Look at the lap traffic that's up ahead. Getting by this traffic is going to get harder and harder the deeper we get into this race. So how well do these drivers manage getting through this traffic? Now that Morningstar is stuck behind the 510 as they're side by side. And here comes a 36. Because the Morningstar can't get by, he's trying to take advantage and he's trying to take the lead. And he does take the lead. So Isabella Ramon in the lead. Took advantage of that lap traffic because Morningstar is struggling to get by that 510 and is still struggling. Here comes Tyler Grims. He's going to take advantage of that as well as he splits through them and he moves up to 2nd. Morningstar needs to figure something out and figure something out quick. Now he goes to the outside of that 510 finally, and he gets by that 510 after losing 2 positions. This is a very tough track, especially with the traffic. And speaking of the 510, that is Nick Leap. And he is debuting the Pontiac for the first time in the 1987 series. This car will be available to teams the next season. But he is debuting it today for the first time. It's a great looking car. Look forward to seeing if some teams decide to use this car next season. As we go back to your leader, and that is Isabella Ramon in control. There's Trunyan currently in 6th. Gets by the 18. Tyler Rogalowski moves up to 9th, trying to pass his teammate Lizzie. Then we see Bob Harlow in 11th. Behind him is Chris Harvey in 12th. There's Stephen Waters. Last week was his first race. Here he is running in 17th. I know that car will continue to get faster and faster as we go. And you're already starting to see a little speed coming out that car. There's some say in 24th trying to battle Thomas Noble. And there's Trey Smith. New driver to the series, just got promoted yesterday and is on the track today. Currently running 29th. And Ricky Bobby as well. He got promoted and he is currently running 31st. And that is from the Nerd Racing team as they continue to try to build their program. It takes a little time, but they're heading in the right direction. As we go back to your leader, Isabella Ramon. As we are already about 33 laps into this race. Ramon with almost a second and a half lead over the 52 of Grims. Grims is stuck behind some traffic. He has Bill Elliott up ahead. He cannot get by Elliott. Now Morningstar is going to take advantage of this. It goes to the outside, but Morningstar is going to have to deal with that lapped car as well. Morningstar uses that lapped car to his advantage and moves up to second. As Grim now fights in the inside, he's not trying to give that spot up just yet. There's Dougie Zoom not too far behind. A lot of action here at North Wilkesboro. As Morningstar and Grims continue to battle. Finally, Morningstar looks like he's going to get by that lapped car. We'll see. But this is just helping the 36 pull away. And now you see Dougie Zoom. He almost ran into Elliott. He had to check up, hit the brakes. So drivers are getting very impatient here. Scotty McGuire currently in 18th. Look at all that traffic surrounding these cars. We're 3 wide. Eric Belmont in between Gunny and a 510. There's Stephen Waters up to 15th. Continues to work his way up the field. As we go back to your leader, up about a 3.5 second lead. He was in the clear for a while, but now you can see there's more lap traffic up ahead. And it's going to get harder and harder to pass these drivers because there's going to be, you know, these drivers are much faster than the cars he just passed. So it's not going to be easy just to get around these cars. And look at the amount of traffic. They're side by side. So that 3.5 second lead could disappear in an instant. There's Trunyan, cracks the top 5. Now he needs to get by Elliott. And he makes the smart decision and stays on the outside. There's Nelly in 6. Braden Goddard in 7 has the fastest lap in the race. But he is down 4 positions right now. It might be 5 as he's struggling a little bit. We go to your leader. And now your leader has to deal with all this traffic. He went to the low side, went to the high side. He's trying to find an opening here. He might have to split them. This is going to help Morningstar and Grims catch up. He needs to hurry up and get by these cars, as that lead has shrunk in half. Now the 36 gonna try to make the pass in the inside now. And he gets by, finally. But he lost about 2 seconds there to Morningstar. And Grims is not too far behind as well. Your biggest mover of the race is Bob Harlow, up 12 positions. So he's showing a lot of speed here. Late in the run, we're almost 50 laps in. But we've had a lot of action to start this race. There's CJ in 17th. He's down 8 spots. Gunny's down 12 spots. And Trunyan is on the move up to 4th. He gets by Dougie Zoom. He's your, Trunyan's your points leader for a reason. He's been very consistent. Last week's race was his worst race, finished 13th. Besides that, he'd been in the top 10 to start the season, the first 3 races, with 2 top 5s. So now he has his sights set on Grim, and Grim is dealing with traffic right now. As well as the 36, and look now, Morningstar's right behind the 36. That traffic has definitely been giving the 36 some problems. And there is a ton of traffic up ahead. So the 36 is going to have to try to get by Trey Smith and Ricky. Morningstar looks to the outside. The 36 is going to try to block Morningstar, but he has to deal with this 20 at the same time. Isabella Ramon currently tied for 12th in points. Morningstar tries to knife through, takes the lead. Great move by Morningstar to regain the lead. And now there's 3 cars right in front of Morningstar here. Where does he go? They're side by side in front of him. There is nowhere to go. He's going to have to figure something out, and fast. This 36 goes to the high side. Morningstar is going to try to split through them. He's caught behind that 510. That is not good for Morningstar. And here comes Grims. Grims is on the bumper of the 36. Who makes the right move here? Isabella currently in the lead using that high line. Morningstar is stuck behind that 510. And Grims is there. And don't look now, but that 47 of Trunnion is not too far behind. He's been gaining a ton of ground. Isabella finally gets past some of this traffic. Is behind the number 8. Tyler Grims holding on to second. Morningstar in third. As we are creeping close to the halfway point of this race. Thomas Noble in 25th. We're a little further back here in the field. There's Chris Webber in 27th. There's Jody Logic. He's trying to battle for 27th now. Justice Blackwell in 19th. Next to him is Freddie Trammell. He's tied for points with Trunnion, but he's not having the best of races today. Running in the top 20, but he needs to get it going. Nolan Pierce having a good run. Currently in the top 10. Right ahead of him is Lizzie and Braden Goddard. There's AJ Stryker in 11th. Andy Dunwitty in 22nd. There's Dougie Zoom currently in 6th. Having a good run, good showing today. He is currently 9th in points. As we go back to your leader, Isabella Ramon. Currently behind Zach Holdorf, the 24th. And here comes Tyler Grims. Right behind him is Morningstar. We know that 52 is very fast on the long runs, especially on a short track. He proved that last week. Here comes that 36. He's trying to go into the inside of 24. That's not going to work. Tyler Grimm bounces it to the outside. And he's going to take the lead for the first time today. But that 36 is fighting, doing everything she can to hold on to the lead. And here comes Morningstar trying to make it 3 wide. But Grims is on that good lane. He's on the outside. That's where you want to be. And Grims is your leader for the first time. You can see getting loose coming out of 4 on exit. And here's Tyler Grims in the lead once again as we are very close to the halfway point of this race. But we still have a round of pit stops before this race ends. Or can these drivers stretch it to the end? It's going to be very interesting. It all depends on how much fuel these drivers are burning. Tyler Grims goes to the inside of the 24 to make the pass. Gets by without no issues. Morningstar's right there, a close second. Everyone has decided to make the pass on the inside this time. There we see Trunnion. He has made up a ton of ground. Currently running in 4th. Let's continue to run down to the top 15. And there's Nelly in 5th. There's Dougie Zoom and Tyler 6th and 7th as they battle for position. Braden Goddard in 8th. Nolan Pierce having a good run in 9th. Lizzie in 10th. Right behind her is AJ Stryker in 11th. In 12th is Devontae Wilkins. He's down 5 spots. Bob Harlow up 9 positions in 13th, having a great run. Chris Harvey in 14th. And CJ Slava rounds out your top 15. As we see Gunny trying to make a move here. Gunny's down 18 positions. Just not his day today. He is last season's champion. It's just so difficult to repeat in this league. Now we see Trunnion. He's in a battle. He's trying to take 3rd away from the 36. He's battling Isabella. Trunnion up 6 spots. But that outside is where all the speed is. He should make this pass, and he does. As we go check on your leader. Only a 4/10 of a second lead over at Morningstar. Right now, he's okay. Not much traffic, but you can see that traffic up ahead. That's where you got to make the right decisions once you get up to that traffic. We have 28 cars on the lead lap. Let's ride on board the 52. Tyler Grimm's trying to hold off Morningstar. Now we see Dougie Zoom trying to make a move on the 18 on the outside. He moves into fifth in the top five. There's Dougie Zoom having a great run. He won the pole. And now the 52 is dealing with a little traffic here. Morningstar all over the bumper. These two cars are extremely fast. They have about almost a 3-second lead on the 47 of Trunnion. He's trying to gain some ground here, but he's also dealing with a little traffic. And we have so many battles here. Here's Nolan Pierce and Tyler. And this is for 7th. There's AJ Stryker trying to battle with Goddard. Lizzie's there. Bob Harlow. Devontae Wilkins. All these cars are battling for position. As we are almost 100 laps into this race. And we still have a round of pit stops. Maybe. We'll see. Can someone stretch it to the end? Once pit stops begin to happen, you really have to be able to get into your stall in and out, not have any issues, because that could cost you the race. And when you come out of pit road, do you come out onto heavy traffic? There's a lot of factors that come into play towards the end here. There's Morningstar. He almost makes contact with the 52. '52 trying to get through this traffic as best as he can. Now Morningstar is behind the 501, is kind of struggling to get by. This is going to help Gribbs pull away. Now there's two cars separating him and the leader. Izzy McGlover in a battle for 8th. There's AJ Stryker trying to move into 9th here as Pierce is stuck behind a lapped car. And here comes Grims. As it's much earlier than expected, but he must have been burning a lot of fuel. Trunnion comes in. The 36 comes in. This is going to be a race out of pit road. Morningstar now just comes onto pit road as Grims is exiting pit road. And Trunnion is right behind him. Now when does Morningstar come out? There we see Dougie Zoom on pit road. Now Morningstar comes out. Now we see Trunnion pass Morningstar. And Grims already passed. So Morningstar lost a few positions. Lost one spot. CJ Slava currently in the lead. Still needs to come onto pit road. And here he comes. Dougie Zoom almost gets in the back of him. We'll see how this shakes out once we cycle through pit stops. But it looks like everyone is low on fuel. There we see Gunny McGuire. Zach Holdorf hasn't pitted yet. Ricky has not pitted yet as well. CJ Slava comes out of pit road. You can see he has to merge with us. So much traffic. The number 8 still hasn't pitted, or the 24. And here they both come onto pit road. We still have about 4 or 5 cars left that need to come out of pit road. Come onto pit road. And here comes Zach Holdorf and the number 8. Average stop is about 30 seconds. Some drivers did 29, 28. This is the tricky part, merging back on to the track. .503 still needs to come in. That 503 was on the outside. Well, hopefully it didn't cost him to get onto pit road. Because if he runs out of fuel, that caution might come out. And here he comes onto pit road. And there goes your leader, Tyler Grims. He had a great pit stop. He is up 2 seconds over Trunnion. Trunnion had a good stop as well. Took advantage, gained a spot. Currently sitting in second. Let's run down your top 15 after that pit. Those last pit stops there. Tyler Grims, the leader. The 47, Trunnion in second. Morningstar in third. Isabella in fourth. Nelly in fifth. Dougie Zoom in sixth. Tyler Rogalowski in seventh. Lizzie McGlover in 8th. Bob Harlow in 9th. Braden Goddard in 10th. And look at Stephen Waters in 11th, having a great race. Devontae Wilkins in 12th. Nolan Pierce in 13th. AJ Stryker in 14th. And CJ rounds out your top 15. Well, he's trying to battle with Justice Blackwell for 15th. And Morningstar made the pass on the 47. And now Morningstar is back to second, and the 47 is stuck behind a lapped car. And now has dropped down to 4th as Isabella makes the pass. So that 47 is in a tough spot right now and needs to try to make a pass here. Don't want to stay here too long as he's already lost 2 positions. We'll keep an eye out on that 47 as we go back to your leader, Tyler Grims. He has 2 cars up ahead, but he is in control of this race. He just cannot make no mistakes. He's got a 2-second lead over Morningstar. Can Grims go back to back? Going back to back is not easy in this league, but can the 52 make it happen? Tyler Grims goes to the outside of the 501. And that's where you want to make your passes, out on the outside. We see Morningstar off in the distance. He has closed in about 1.5 second lead now, so he is closing in on the 52. AJ Stryker trying to battle for position. This is for 13th. As she moves up. There's Freddie Trammell in 18th. Not having the best goal today. So he's not going to be tied for the lead after. I mean, he's not going to be your points leader after this race. That is for sure. He's going to have to try to salvage his day somehow. Maybe pick up a few more spots here. Braden Goddard trying to battle the 97 of Bob Harlow. As we go back to your leader, Tyler Grims, and look at all the traffic in front of that 52. And they're side by side. If Morningstar could get by that 501 quick enough, he's going to catch that 52. Isabella's right there as well. Man, 52 really has nowhere to go. He's going to have to figure this out. He goes to the high line. That's the line you want to take here. Only thing helping him out right now is you know, they're on fresher tires, about 25 laps on those tires, so it's going to help making these passes a little easier, but it's not going to be easy. You can see Isabella makes the pass on Morningstar and is right there. That 36 is not too far behind, has closed the gap on the 52. And here she comes. Morningstar in third. That 52 has some decisions to make. The 36 takes the lead. Grims is trying to split through Morningstar and a 510. Now that 52 has some work to do to catch that 36. Because the laps are starting to count down now. As we have 23 laps to go. Isabella choosing that high line. That's where she wants to be, want to stay out there. Now the 52 is going to have to pass Zach here. Cannot waste too much time. And he has Morningstar all over the rear view mirror. Has to deal with Morningstar as well. Grims goes to the outside of the 24. This should be an easy pass. He's got to keep that distance close within the with the 36. "20 laps to go here in week 5. Isabella with a great run. Would love to get onto victory lane. But not if Grims has something to say about it. He wants to go back to back. He is 1 second behind that 36. The 36, there's plenty of traffic up ahead. It's going to have to deal with this traffic to the end of the race. Up in front of the 36 is Chris Harvey. That's not going to be an easy pass for the 36. Ahead of Harvey is Randy Pierce. These drivers don't want to go a lap down, especially in case the caution comes out. So they're going to fight to stay on the lead lap. This is not going to be an easy pass. And I'm not sure what's going on with Grims, but he seems to be slowing down. He's in that inside lane, which is not going to make you much speed. The Morningstar is going to make the pass and take second away. And all this is doing is helping Isabella pull away. Almost a 2-second lead. But she has to deal with all that traffic. Look at all that traffic up ahead. So she is not in the clear yet. Has to deal with this traffic. 14 laps to go. Isabella trying to use the high line, but there's Morningstar. Morningstar is closing in. And closing in pretty fast. There's the 52 as well. $11 laps to go. Can Morningstar figure something out to close that gap on the 36? Does Grims have anything left? He's a second and a half behind the leader. There's this 36, gonna try to knife her way through. What a move by the 36. This is what you have to do to stay in this lead. That was a very aggressive move. But she could see Morningstar in that rear view. Does not want him to get closer. Still plenty of traffic up ahead. 8 laps to go at North Wilkesboro. What is the 36 going to do here? Chooses the high line. Will the 36 try to split him? Almost made contact with the 09. That was so close. The 36 going to try to split them again. This is what she has to do. Has to be aggressive here. If you want to get this win, this is probably the only way. 6 laps to go. Morningstar still a little ways back. There's about 3 cars in between. He has his work cut out for him. With a few laps to go. 5 to go. Now she's riding the inside lane. I don't know about that move right now. Outside is where you want to be, but she's making it work. She is definitely making it work. 4 laps to go. Morningstar's not gaining no ground. 1 second back. Tyler Grims 2.5 seconds back. Isabella in control. Just cannot make no more mistakes. Can't make any mistakes. She's been very aggressive, and that's what she has to do in order to win this race. 2 laps to go. She's got a little bit more traffic she has to deal with for 2 laps. As Trunyan moves up to 4th. Isabella goes around turn 3 and 4. The white flag waves, last lap in the race. All she has to do is stay clean for 3 more turns, 2 more turns on the backstretch. She goes around turn 3 and turn 4. Isabella wins at North Wilkesboro and wins for the first time this season. What a run by the 36. That 36 was blazing fast after that last pit stop. Man, that 36 was flying towards the end. Morningstar in 2nd. Tyler Grims in 3rd. Heck of another great run for the 52. Dougie Zuma, great finish in 4th. Nelly 5th. Lizzie McGlover in 6th, great run. Trunyon in 7th, faded towards the end. Tyler Rogalowski in 8th, Bob Harlow ninth, and Braden Goddard rounds out your top 10. But my hat's off to the 36. What a run at the end. She was splitting through that traffic. And that's what you have to do in a short track like this or Bristol. You have to fight through that traffic. You can't just be happy staying behind a car. You got to make it happen if you want to win in a short track with all this traffic that goes on. And Tyler Grims, he had a great run. He was looking good there for a second, but hey, top 3, I'll take that all day long as well. Morningstar in 2nd. Morningstar was so fast as well. Next week we head to, I'm sure some drivers are happy that we're not heading to a short track next week. We're going to Pocono, so we're going from a short track to a 2.5 mile track. So I'm looking forward to going to Pocono. That's going to be fun. And then we go to our first road course of the season, Watkins Glen. Then we go to Charlotte, then Talladega. So things are going to get interesting in the next 4 weeks in the 1987 series. We'll see how this shakes out in the next few weeks. But like always, thank you for supporting the league and supporting the stream. I will see you guys next time.